Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Meenakshi Mayangar, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, Government College, Kota. The topic for today is paramecium, locomotion, and feeding and nutrition in paramecium. Locomotion in paramecium. Paramecium has a streamlined body which enables it to swim about in water with a minimum amount of friction. The rapid swimming is facilitated by the beating of fine and hair-like cellular organelles called cilia that cover the animal's entire cell body. Ciliary beats. During movement, a cilium oscillates like a pendulum. Each oscillation comprises a fast effective stroke and a slow recovery stroke. During the effective stroke or the strong backward lash, the cilium becomes slightly curved and rigid and strikes the water like an oar, so that the body is propelled forward in opposite direction of stroke. The recovery stroke, which follows immediately, brings the cilium again into position for the next effective stroke. All the cilia of body do not move simultaneously and independently, but progressively in a characteristic wave-like manner called metachronal rhythm. The cilia in a longitudinal row beat in a characteristic wave beginning at the anterior end and progressing backwards. Consequently, a cilium in a longitudinal row always moves in advance of the one behind it. All the cilia of a transverse row beat simultaneously or synchronously. During forward movement of paramecium, the metachronal waves pass from the posterior end forwards. Mode of swimming in paramecium. The animal does not follow a straight track but rotates spirally like a rifle bullet along a left-handed helix. The reason for this is twofold. Firstly, the body cilia do not beat directly backwards but somewhat obliquely towards right, so that the animal rotates over to the left on its long axis. Secondly, the cilia of oral groove strike obliquely and more vigorously so as to turn the anterior end continually away from the oral side and move in circles. The combined effect causes the movement of animal along a fairly straight path, rotating about its axis in an anti-clockwise direction. In backward movement, a paramecium follows a straight course. In this case, the metachronal wave passes from anterior end backwards. This is due to the fact that effective stroke is carried out anteriorly. Mechanism of ciliary movement in paramecium is little studied. It is now known that cilia are moved in a coordinating system. They move by the contraction of peripheral fibers located within them. The energy needed for fibrillar contraction is supplied by ATP. Nutrition in paramecium. Paramecium feeds in a holozoic manner like amoeba. The food consists chiefly of bacteria which float in water in which it lives. It has been estimated that 2 to 5.5 million individuals of Bacillus coli are devoured in 24 hours by a single paramecium. In a sense, paramecia are also beneficial to bacteria, lest they might reproduce too rapidly as to endanger their own existence by overcrowding. It also feeds upon small protozoa, unicellular plants like algae, diatoms, yeasts, etc., and small bits of animals and vegetables. It will reject most of the non-digestible material and devour certain kinds of food. One species, P. bursaria, is interesting, being green in color due to the presence of numerous unicellular algae. the symbiotic zooxanthellae in its endoplasm. It can thus live holophytically for long periods on food substances manufactured by zooxanthellae. During scarcity of food, it can digest even its own zooxanthellae and live apparently indefinitely without them. Feeding mechanism in Paramecium. Paramecium swims to places where it can get its food. Its food catching apparatus is much more specialized than that of amoeba and euglena. Food is ingested by a definite cell mouth or cytosome lying at the bottom of buccal cavity. The constant lashing movements of cilia of oral groove drive a current of water with food particles toward the vestibule. Ciliary tracts of vestibule direct the food particles into buccal cavity. Paramecium is a selective feeder. Many kinds of particles may be carried with water current into vestibule, but only selected ones are passed on inside the buccal cavity. Rest of the particles are rejected, that is, discharged to outside. Passage along with ciliary action drives selected food particles is termed the selection path, whereas passage along which unwanted food particles are driven outside the vestibule is the rejection path. Beating of cilia of membranelles of buccal cavity drives the selected food particles through cytosome into cell gullet or cytopharynx. The food now gradually collects at the bottom of cytopharynx into a membranous vesicle, which is later nipped off as a food vacuole. Another food vacuole may be formed within 1 to 5 minutes depending upon the supply of food and the rate of feeding. Each food vacuole consists of food particles surrounded by a thin film of water. Rapid and irregular movement of endoplasm does not occur in Paramecium, but the food vacuole is circulated around the body along a more or less definite path by a slow streaming movement of endoplasm, known as cyclosis. Several vacuoles may be seen thus circulating in a definite direction in the endoplasm of a well-fed Paramecium. The vacuoles are carried first posteriorly, then forward and aborally, and again posteriorly and orally up to cytopage. Digestion and assimilation of food takes place during the journey. Digestive enzymes like proteases, carbohydrases, lipases are secreted by the lysosomes into the food vacuoles. The contents of a vacuole first become increasingly acidic but later gradually become alkaline. Products of digestion, glycogen and fat globules are diffused into the surrounding cytoplasm and either stored or used for vital activity and growth. Egestion, the vacuole gradually becomes smaller as digestion and absorption proceed. Finally, the undigested residual matter is eliminated from the body through a definite anal spot or cytopage on ventral surface, posterior to cytostome. The cytopage is of the nature of a potential cell anus, as the undigested matter is always discharged at this spot. Respiration and excretion in Paramecium. Respiration takes place by diffusion through the semi-permeable pellicle. Oxygen dissolved in water is diffused in and used for oxidation of protoplasmic molecules. Catabolic waste products such as carbon dioxide and nitrogenous matter simply diffuse out into external water because their concentration is always higher in the body. Crystals present in cytoplasm are in fact excretory products which get dissolved and eliminated with the fluid of contractile vacuole. Osmoregulation in Paramecium. The function of the contractile vacuole in paramecium is osmoregulation. An excess of water accumulates in body because of continuous endosmosis. The concentration of body cytoplasm being higher than that of external medium. Small quantities of water are also taken in along the ingested food. This excess of water is got rid of by means of contractile vacuoles, which contract, known as systole, and expand, known as diastole, at regular intervals, assisted by the contractility of myofibrils. Water from cytoplasm is secreted into some of the tubules of endoplasmic reticulum, from where it flows down the nephridial tubules into feeder canals to accumulate in the ampullae of the radial canals. The ampullae converge and discharge into contractile vacuole. When vacuole has grown to its maximum size, it contracts and discharges to the exterior through a pore in pellicle on dorsal side. Posterior contractile vacuole pulsates faster than the anterior vacuole because of the large amount of water being delivered into posterior region by the cytopharynx. Behavior of paramecium. Behavior is generally defined as response to the stimuli or the environmental influences. The way in which an organism establishes an active relationship to its environment is called behavior. It is largely determined by the environmental influences or stimuli to which the organism is subjected. The responses of paramecium to various kinds of stimuli, such as light intensity, temperature, concentration of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and different chemicals in water, are interesting. These produce definite behavioral patterns or reactive behavior in paramecium. The response is positive if the animal moves towards the stimulus, and is called as a negative response when the animal moves away from the stimulus. Various types of reaction can be observed in paramecium related to different stimuli. One such is the avoiding reaction. Avoiding reaction is the most important mode of behavior exhibited by paramecium. If a fast swimming individual strikes a solid object, it moves back for a short distance, turns on its side and swims forward again, but at an angle to its original path. If it again collides with an obstacle, it shows the same negative reaction, which is repeated until the animal passes the obstacle or becomes exhausted. That means this particular avoidance reaction is repeated many times until the animal is either exhausted or it is able to overcome the obstacle and move in a different direction. Another type of behavior pattern shown by paramecium is the trial and error reaction. Paramecium can also learn by trial and error reaction involving a series of experiments on the part of the animal. It constantly tests water just ahead by drawing it in its oral groove in the form of a cone. If the water is too hot or too cold, or if it contains an irritating chemical substance, the animal shows an avoiding reaction. That is, it will avoid any unfavorable stimuli. It immediately backs up and pivots upon its posterior end, while the anterior end swings in a circle. Again, it swings forward but in a different direction. If this avoiding reaction once more brings it into the region of the stimulus, it is repeated. That is, until and unless the animal is able to overcome the obstacle or move away from the irritant, it will repeat the trial and error reaction. These reactions help the animal to avoid undesirable environment without actually getting into it. Moreover, these bring the animal sooner or later into the most favorable part of the environment. The responses of paramecium to different stimuli may be summarized under its response to different stimulus of temperature, variation of temperature, light, that is response to movement towards light or away from light, response to touch, response to various chemicals present in its environment, response to the water current that is present, response to an electric current, and response to gravity. Response to temperature. Response to temperature is called as thermotaxis. Optimum temperature for paramecium lies between 24 degrees centigrade and 28 degrees centigrade. An avoiding reaction is given to the temperatures higher or lower than this until the animal escapes or it gets killed due to rise or decrease in temperature. Next response that is commonly studied is the response of paramecium to light. Response to light is called as phototaxis. Paramecia do not respond to ordinary changes of light, but they show a negative response to strong light, to darkness, and ultraviolet rays. That is, they avoid very strong light, they avoid total darkness, and they also avoid ultraviolet radiations which are harmful to them. Next is response to touch. Response to contact or touch is called as thigmotaxis and is variable. If the more sensitive anterior end is strongly touched with a solid object, the avoiding reaction is given. But a slow moving paramecium frequently comes to rest in contact with an object such as an alga or a plant stem, which can provide rich supplies of food. That is, it will avoid any object that it perceives as harmful but will stop for food. Next is response to chemicals. Chemotaxis or response to chemicals is negative in most of the cases. The animal shows a definite avoiding reaction and does not enter a drop of weak salt solution. However, a positive reaction occurs with a drop of weak acid solution. The animal also finds and selects their food in this manner. That is, they will avoid high salinity but will show a positive response for a slightly acidic environment. Response to water current. Paramecia show a positive rheotaxis. That is, they orient themselves with their anterior end upstream and swimming against the current. Response to electric current. A positive galvanotaxis is shown to weak electric current, the animal moving towards the negative pole A strong current, however, causes them to move backward towards the anode, finally to disintegrate and die. Response to gravity. Paramecia generally show a negative geotaxis or response to gravity as seen in a culture contained in a test tube where they gather closely to the surface film with their anterior end pointing upwards. If paramecia are introduced in an inverted water-filled U-tube stoppered at both ends, they immediately move upwards into the horizontal part of the tube. When in moving across the tube, they find their path going downward, they reverse their direction of movement. Thank you.